How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. So we have a few things to touch on today. Mainly, we should be able to complete Phase 2. So, just to kind of go over everything we've done. As you can see, some of the belts have been added to a little bit. One of our primary things, and we're going to start over there, and then we're going to work our way into that building, because that's actually where pretty much all the work has happened this week. So episodes for just things this week have been really off just because there's been so much stuff going on. Between post-hurricane, making things up, both at school for assignments, and then just things at work and other life things going on. So yeah, so it's just kind of been a bit of a busy week. But, so what we have going on in here is we have the cubes, and you saw them going out. So now we have modular frames being made. Those are just made up on the top floor. So just kind of to review what we did. So here, logistics floor is actually pretty clean. As you can see, there's not too many machines up there. But I basically have a smart splitter, so it overflows into the bin down below, and then it goes out to the rest of the factory to make things like the versatile frames. Here it's pretty standard, pretty straightforward. We have our thing. Iron's coming in. We have just enough iron for everything here, assuming it's all functioning as it should be. I don't like that squirreliness. I'm hopefully going to change it eventually. Ideally, this building will go all the way to that. Oh, I didn't mean to go all the way down here. Ideally, the building will be the same height as that at some point. And so then if I'm, essentially these will just go into the building / like on the roof. And then it will kind of hide a lot more of that. Anyway, so the cubes, as you can see, or the modular frames, they travel this way. And one thing that I've learned from both playing this game and just kind of seeing other people talk about is everything's pretty much relative in terms of like how many items should you be producing, because like as you can see, this isn't a full belt of frame by no stretch of the imagination, and that's fine. They're very expensive, so we don't really need to make a full belt. If we did, that'd be great, but we just don't have that sort of capacity with everything. This area is kind of a little bit squirrely, so we're bringing in copper, and I would like to make this not look so clipping. I try to avoid clipping where I can, but sometimes it is just necessary, both for building and other things. It looks a lot better than just spaghetti. Like, I kind of like this vibe. I get the kind of industrial revolution vibes of like, okay, there's just pipes everywhere, but it's like organized pipes, kind of like organized chaos, if you will. So there's like tons of stuff going everywhere and just tons of stuff. One notable change in here, as you can see, is we added 4 more lifts, and that's for the copper and other things. We have 1, 2, 3 that are currently not in use, and those are probably going to be for other things. So we went ahead, we got versatile frameworks being made, and we also got automated wiring being made. And the automated wiring is actually being made at quite a fast rate. So we're going to be able to get phase 2 done here. So once we review everything in here, we're going to go chuck everything in and we'll launch it and get phase 2 complete. So in here on the production floor, as you can see, just a pretty standard layout of machines. We did go ahead and continue to build out this way. So we do have some floor space down here for this. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in this space because I do think I'm going to open up this back wall. And we kind of talked about that last episode. I think we're going to open this and extend it back a little bit, at least probably another 10 foundations. Yeah, we can probably squeeze another 10, but we'll see. I haven't quite figured out what that layout will be just yet, because this building is going to be quite tall. I did decide to keep a little bit of the natural, like, earth. Anybody who knows Star Wars, from on Coruscant, there's the peak of the tallest mountain, and it's like just this like little bit left. This is what that reminds me of, because it's like, okay, all your industrialized stuff, and then like that little bit of the surface left on that city planet. And of course we have all this stuff here, and then for now I do have this, and then I routed this together. It is connected. It's not currently running. It's not powered, but that's just a quick fix. But it is routed. There is belt that goes all the way out there, but it's not connected up yet. But I did decide, I kind of want to be able to see it, so I stuck the glass in there, just so, I don't know, I feel like it adds something. What that is, I don't know. Okay, well, that didn't work as well as I was hoping it was going to go. Guess we'll have to go all the way up here. Alright, and then just a quick overview of what's going on up here is very much organized chaos. We've done a few things. In particular, the copper here, the way we have to do it for balancing is so we're creating, I think it's 960, and so we're taking each amount, we're splitting it into 3, because each one of these is 240. So 80, 80, and 80. 80 gets broken into 40 and 40. This 40 recombines with those 280 to make ourselves 200, and then this 40 gets combined with the lower level, and then it's the same design over there. So 160 goes into that build, and then the other 800 goes over there. This is the only little section where, because I built these in this segment, because there were so many machines, we had a little space here, and so I was able to stick in a set of assemblers that we were able to use. There are some overhead lines here, and we'll probably change some of the builds as we go a little bit, because again, this game is designed for you to build and rebuild and whatnot. And then this is where the next floor is going to go. And so as you can see, we can pack quite a bit in one floor of this building. And my plan is to have it go at least to where the Caterium is up there. So probably 1-2 more floors, I'm guessing. So this building is going to be mainly our main hub. And then our storage is going to turn into the old building across the river is where we're going to have all our dimensional depots and stuff. So, with that all out of the way, I suppose let's go ahead and get one of these. Store all. Okay. And then we need 1,000, so 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1,000. We need 100 of those. And then the smart plating we have. That's actually over at that factory. We probably should have picked it up while we were over there. We also are making, or well, we did make smart plating up on the roof. So there is a storage container of smart plating up there as well. We'll have to get rid of. So hopefully it's used in something else. Otherwise, it's just all going to turn into tickets, which isn't the worst thing, because that will allow us to get closer towards the golden nut. And while we're traveling over there, I do want to touch on Factorio came out this week, which is awesome. I'm really, really excited for playing the DLC that they had. It was more expensive than I was expecting, $35. But just based on the achievements, without going into too much detail, just for reference, like I haven't played it yet, other than what is essentially still the base game 1.0. Get this container. I saw one of the achievements had a significant increase in the completion time. So the base game, launch a rocket within 8 hours, that is still there, but there is yet a second achievement, which is based on basically completing the DLC portion of the game, which is significantly longer than 8 hours, which I was like, holy crap. So I'm excited, because that means roughly the average time of a run or a campaign, I guess, for a world there will probably go up in vanilla, at least from what I would say is 20 hours to probably closer to 100 to 200 hours, which starts to border on how long a modded playthrough would take. And I don't mean like speed running it. Oh, we want to go over there. get up to the thing. I mean, like, it's just going to take a second or several hours to do it. Me and my friends have decided we are going to play through it first, and then we're going to try to speedrun it. At least I'm going to try to speedrun it. I don't know if they're going to want to join me for that. They're not as adventurous. And I always try to do 100% speedruns in it, just because I feel like that it's an extra challenge. Hopefully we did our math on these right. Yay! Seal. I had never done this part, by the way. We did it on our other world. We got close. We got all the parts made. We were just waiting for them to make, but we never launched it. So this is exciting.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of Tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub.
The jetpack is going to be useful.
These might feel intimidating after
I've heard
your previous
interesting
experience,
things about oil.
but rest assured
the
that
main
you
thing
would
was
not be
trains.
here if you were
Trains make me
entirely
excited.
incompetent. Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly is your next main objective.
We already have versatile framework,
Just remember
so that's a
to
check.
focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and Fixit's faith in you will
modular
be
engines and
strengthened.
adaptive control units don't seem fun, but we'll find out. And let's send it. Cool. Here comes Phase 3. This is always the coolest part. $110%. This is always the coolest part in my mind.
Phase 2 of Project Assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job.
She says that, but
Time
we
will
have
tell.
taken how many weeks to
You will now
just get
enter
this far?
Phase 3 of Project Assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity, for Fixit.
That is cool. I like that you can kind of see your progress, and it's not just like an arbitrary thing. Like, that is really cool. Oh, it all has lights now. And more moving parts. That is cool. Huh. Okay. Well, let's head over to the hub. And kind of see what's going on there. I like the concrete little bits here. I feel like it's a good contrast. We'll see. I like how the hub is just so inconsequential now to just the buildings that are built. Okay, so now we have 5 and 6. So we have jetpack, which we kind of already knew about, which is definitely, it's going to be a bit of work because we don't have motors being made, but we have everything for motors being made. Oil processing. Okay, so oil I've heard a lot of stuff about, in that it's new shop products. That's awesome. Is that there's just a lot of little things that you have to be careful of with, like, you don't really want to transport oil. You want to have your oil production where you're harvesting the oil. Plastic, rubber are fairly important, and we also start to unlock fuel as a thing, which is nice. We get Mark IV, which Mark IV, we already have these. We already have modular frames, and we're about to get encased industrial beams. And I say we're about to. Oh no, that's not good. And I can't really say we're about to get encased industrial beams because we had them being made. I destroyed the production for it, so we're gonna have to rebuild that production. Trucks are also what I'm kind of interested in. I would like to try to get them integrated a little bit into our usage. fluid packaging, I've heard just mixed uses for these, that you really don't want to package things, you want to do other things, but I don't know with the whole thing. We can scan for deuterium, which is good. Fluid buffer, that's good. And fuel powered. Okay. So this is kind of, I think, what our next thing is. The only thing, as it says, always generates power to set clock speed, shuts down if fuel requirements are not met. So then what it sounds like is it's at a constant burn rate. So if we're not using the power, we're losing the power. Okay. Why is 4 still highlighted? Why is that one still highlighted? 3 that isn't highlighted. I don't know. So number 6, industrial manufacturing. Okay, so this is where we make more things. Oh, what the fuck? How many? 4? Good lord. Okay, so we do need plastic for that. Computers. We get a heavy modular frame, modular engines, and adaptive control units, so ACUs. So pretty much tier 5 we're going to probably complete first. So basically we're going to upgrade our power. We're going to start getting into oil processing to provide better power. And we're going to get faster throughput, which is awesome because 480 is going to help cut down on the amount of belts we're using in a lot of places. Because the amount of belts we're using in a lot of places is purely because we don't have the throughput that is ideal. So that is good. Monorail technology. This is what I am honestly most looking forward to. This is going to be really awesome. Railway signaling. Okay, so we really can't get anything in tier 6 without getting this. So it does seem like we have a little bit less freedom in choosing our next path. I mean, 5, we can get everything in 5, I believe. Almost everything. Okay, so we can get these 3 first. No, we can't even get that one. We can get these 2 first. Then once we have oil going and rubber being made, we can get logistics 4. And then we can get this one, and then we can get this one. Yeah. So these 3 are after we get oil working. Then we have to get this one first, once we get oil. And then we can get... Actually, we can get monorail right now if we wanted to. The only thing we'd have to make is these motors, but we have everything else. This one, we'd have to get computers. This we definitely won't have. Mark II pipe. This is what we really need, the Mark II pipe. That's a cool pump. I like how it looks different. I am also looking forward to the Mark II designer. And then phase 3, we get 7 and 8, and then phase 9 is 4. Okay. Oh, don't hit your knee on your desk. It hurts. And it was actually my computer, not my desk. And by computer, I mean laptop, because it's half sticking off my desk. Ow. It's a metal case. That, oof. Ow. Okay, well, that couldn't have come at a better or worse time, I guess. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of completing phase 2. Hope it was informative as much as it was for me. Hope you guys gained some inspiration for our little production house here for steel stuffs and things. And if you guys did, smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. And with that, I will see you guys all in the next one. See you guys next week.